Hey everyone, it's Raheel. As Houstonians, we're used to seeing art cars driving around the city in the spring, and now we'll be seeing art bikes as well, because the second annual Art Bike Parade is this weekend. The Houston Parks Board and the Orange Show are teaming up to inspire the next generation of creators in Houston. Joining me to break down the parade and events are Houston Parks Board COO Matt Nielson and Orange Show Curator of Programs Pete Gershon. It's Wednesday, May 10th. I'm Raheel Ramzanali, and here's what Houston's talking about. Matt, Pete, welcome into CityCast Houston. I'm so excited for the Art Bike Parade. So first things first, Matt, how are you designing your bike? What is it going to look like?
My bike will be a little austere, but very colorful and fast.
How about you, Pete?
I don't have a bike. I haven't ridden a bike in years.
Oh no, Pete, come on. We got to get you a bike. Maybe you can just walk it during the parade.
I'll be walking around for sure.
So the Orange Show and the Houston Parks Board have been working together to put on this amazing event. But first, I want to ask, what do you exactly do as the COO of the Houston Parks Board, Matt?
Okay, so we are a 501c3 nonprofit supporting, creating, improving, protecting, and advocating parks for everyone for the Houston region. And as COO, I guess the best way to look at it is like an air traffic controller, or to keep the trains running and the planes flying whenever there's sort of an issue that is needs to be assisted or troubleshooted along the way. And then also just, making sure we support our leadership team with what they need to do in the various efforts.
That's really cool. Okay, so we got the park side covered. Now let's talk about the creative side of this. Pete, the Orange Show. We all know it, we all see it, but what exactly is the Orange Show?
Well, it's a visionary art environment in the East End, just off the Gulf Freeway. It's basically a big sculpture you can walk around in, and it's been really inspiring for multiple generations now of artists and just regular people living in Houston. And we've expanded quite a lot as an organization, and we've got a really fun big space now adjacent to both of those. 20,000 square foot former truck depot that we're using for movies and art exhibitions and music and performance, all kinds of great stuff happening there.
That's so cool. So you're driving around going, man, what kind of creative things can we do at the parks?
Yeah, that's absolutely true. And we're really excited about this partnership with the Art Bikes. It kind of grows out of, everybody knows the Art Car Parade, which we organize every year. That's a longstanding tradition. And we kind of felt Art Bikes would be the perfect thing, cheaper, cleaner, lowers the barrier to participation in every way, and a great way to work with kids.
Yeah, and it's the second annual one. So many people came out last year. So just tell me about the parade itself. Like, what can we expect at the second annual Art Bike Parade?
I think for the parade, and this is what's so much fun about working with the Orange Show, is really that spontaneous creativity that they bring to the table, just with their organization and everything about them. And then just from a standpoint of working with another partner, this is fun. So the parade, essentially second year, will start at 10 a.m. and you'll see just a gathering of lots of excited school students and their families bringing their bikes to the park. And then we queue them up into literally a parade, and they'll go by the judges stand, and you'll see the creativity coming out from the students, whether it's the colorful notions on the bikes or what has been added to. You just don't sometimes come out with a bike. You'll come out with a sort of a machine or a thing, and it's really got a lot of fun added to it. And then I think where the kids and the families come in, they add a little life. So you sort of go around a trail in McGregor Park for about a little bit under a mile, just so we can get the progression of all the students and all the entries to go by the judges. And then they come back, and then there'll be sort of an awards ceremony, which is really fun for the kids to be excited. Pete will really talk more about, what we're going to do with that, if it's, awards for the art programs and all that. But it's just a really fun way to celebrate park joy, and just the joy of the kids being so proud of what they've done and so excited about it. And then just having this sort of fun park backdrop to have this event in.
And the parade's not the only thing that's happening, right, Pete?
Yeah, that's true. We're making a whole day of it. Of course, the kids riding in the morning, it's extremely cute and really, really fun. A great way to start the day. And we are going to be giving away some gift cards to the winning teachers. So that's really who's going to benefit from this. But later on in the day, we are hosting an event in that warehouse space I was just telling you about on Gulf Terminal Drive, where we will present a concert by this incredible flamboyant bass player, Mana Neon, and his band. If you look him up, you're liable to find pictures of him wearing Dayglow crocheted bodysuits or maybe a costume made out of stuffed animals. He's a really fun guy. The music is really funky in a Parliament funkadelic kind of vein. And then we are launching an event called the Moonlight Ramble. It's actually a really historic event here in Houston. This is the 50th edition. And it's something that's been passed on to us recently through the recognition that we know how to run a parade and have a fun event. And it's a perfect match for the art bike work that we were already doing with the schools. So we are taking on that illuminated nighttime ride. They are going to launch from our property. I think it's 7:30. You might need to check me on that, but I think that's when the bikes go. So we're just providing a fun time before people get started. Little music. We've got some workshops around for people who want to embellish their bikes. And we'll also have a display of celebrity art bikes that we had made last year. So we're going to set all of those up for people to see. It's going to be a really good time.
So, Matt, look, we have the most popular parade ever, right? The art car parade. So why start the art bike parade?
Well, I think it goes to what Pete had said. It really opens up a whole other sort of avenue of accessibility to participate in a program like Art Car. So, and also if you think sort of about the age group, this is really geared towards K through 12, starting with HISD students, but is open to all school students, in the Houston region. And it really is another way of, one, broadening the reach of Art Car, but also I think it helps Houston evolve as a cycling city. We are known for being sort of auto-centric, but this is a way to raise that awareness and to also at a young age start thinking about the use of bikes versus cars. And, with our bio greenway system and all the trails that are throughout the city and the region, it's a really great way of sort of starting that knowledge of, it's not just about a car, it's about a bike, and raising that awareness. And then also, biking is tied to green measures with bio greenways and just, the city at all really becoming more resilient and, handling how to live with water, which is something as Houstonians we all have to do.
So can anybody just enter, any student, or has a process already started? Do they just show up with their bike? How does that work?
Yeah, well, people can show up on site. We would prefer, if you can, register in advance at artbikehouston.com, just so we have you. But, if you register Friday night, that's good. If you come on site, we will be able to register you there. But it's also about really getting the capture of how many folks are coming and then just having the queues and the logistics ready for review. And then also, if you do enter late, we want to make sure the judges are aware of you so you can be judged on your creativity that you bring to the event.
Yeah, that's going to be huge. Pete, are there big categories or these students should be looking for or planning for?
We do have 10 named awards, and they're fun and diverse names that really give the judges, I'll put it this way, they give the judges a lot of flexibility in what they want to choose. Really, the point is just spotting the best bikes, the ones that look like the kids have really put a lot of work in it. They're really, it sounds a little corny to say, but like everybody wins on this day, whether you get that recognition or not, because they're just having such a good time out there showing off their bikes.
Yeah, some of the awards from last year: Repurpose with a Purpose, Colorfully Artsy, Biking Up Steam, which is really cool. And I guess this is the year, Matt and Pete, we're going to get the CityCast Houston Raheel Award, right? The bike that most represents Raheel. I think we have to
that
make
is
an
the
award
11th
here.
category.
Yeah, why not? One last thing, Matt, maybe you can speak on this. How do you think the city of Houston currently is in terms of bike friendliness?
You know, I think it's moving forward and evolving. It's always a challenge with large cities and sort of trying to change the paradigm of transit and modalities and mobilities. And definitely you see it on the streets of Houston, the work the city's doing with creating more bike lanes and dedicated bike lanes, and how those connect to the trails that are in place, whether it's bio greenways or other trails or other sort of park functions throughout the city. So, and with such a large city, fourth largest city in the country, it is a big effort. And also, we are a newer city compared to other cities that have more built environment that's been around a little bit longer. So I think that's a part of the challenge, but we're certainly moving the needle on that.
Excellent. Matt, Pete, thank you so much for joining us. And I can't wait to see all the bikes. The pictures are going to be great. The parade's going to be awesome. It's going to be a great time. So I really hope everyone goes out and supports the Art Bike Parade.
Come on down. You can be a judge if you want.
Ooh. That was Matt Nielson from the Houston Parks Board and Pete Gershon from the Orange Show. You can find more information on the Art Bike Parade in our show notes. Speaking of parades, the annual Houston Pride Festival is going to look a little different this year. Officials announced that there will be a parade this year, but no other events as they revamp for 2024 after rising costs for security, marketing, and insurance. This year's parade will be on June 23rd in downtown. That will do it for today. Thank you for listening. I'm Raheel Ramzanali, and I hope you learned something new. It's Wednesday, April 10th. It's Wednesday, May 10th.